Okay, so first and foremost, yes, occasionally I wear a suit. And this seems to be an excellent time to talk about production value. That is, if you're going to create content of any of a variety of media for the internet, how much effort do you need to put into making it look like a multi-trillion-dollar budget movie? Or can you maybe just let that bit slide? My name is Chris Hargraves. This is Digital Marketing Mastery for Lawyers. You can find it and many other things at digitalmarketingforlawyers.com, and we're talking about production value. So this is a concept which is seeking to embody the overall professionalism and quality of what you're producing. And of course, the internet being what it is, production value might vary significantly. I think video is a fairly classic and the easiest example to use, but you can apply the principles generally across the board to your various forms of digital media. So this, for example, is a mid to low level production value. I'm not really putting that much effort into transitions or planning for that matter, or scripting, or the kit I'm using. I am trying to make this a particular feel, which is about personally connecting with you to some extent, but not making you feel like you're watching a movie. And this has a particular purpose, and this I think is the answer to the production value question, which is it's horses for courses, which I suspect you knew I was going to say because that's almost always the answer. What is it you are trying to achieve? What is it you are trying to achieve? And what is the use of the thing that you are doing? And, of course, lastly, what are the expectations of the people you are producing it for? If Steven Spielberg was to make a movie with a $15 million budget, which is not a big budget, you would expect, though, that it would look different to this. If it was just me, apart from anything else, I'm a low-grade actor. If it was just me talking into a microphone that you could see literally here, using a camera that costs maybe like $1,000 or whatever it costs now, that's not going to match your expectations. If you paid money to see this at a cinema, you probably wouldn't find that a very good use of your hard-earned cash, would you? Because your expectations are different. Now, the internet and different audiences have different expectations depending on who's doing it and what they're seeking to achieve. If you're making advertisement, that's going to have a different level of production value required to if you're doing a talking head video like this one. Similarly, live video, people have much lower expectations about production value because it's actually still quite difficult to get a high production value on live video, and it's hard to produce a high quality of live video feed, if only because internet speeds aren't high enough to allow everyone to consume that sort of content. And so they have lower expectations. They might tolerate a lower quality image. They might tolerate slightly lower quality audio. They might tolerate things being a little bit jumpy or blurry from time to time. That's what I mean by production value, and that's the sorts of questions you need to be asking. If you are interested in going temporarily insane and doing a 5-day-a-week video/audio podcast like this one, then I would suggest you need to aim a little bit higher for your audio quality in particular, because I know full well that people aren't always watching my face as they listen to this, even if they happen to be consuming it on YouTube. And so the audio hopefully should sound actually pretty good, even though it is my voice with its Australian accent and all that comes with that. However, what I'm not doing is going to the trouble of title screens and closing screens and all those sorts of glitzy effects. I might black and white it, of course. I might put it in color for the occasional episode. But that's just the look and feel. That's not really the production value that I'm talking about. If I was to be doing this handheld with my camera on my phone in my hand, shaking around, walking in the street, and I was going to put this out there as like an infomercial or an ad for my products and services, I don't think that would be necessarily a good idea. That's the kind of thing that you would invest in a production company. So unless you actually have an in-house production company, if you're going to do something like this, I think your better investment is to actually get a little bit of kit and learn how to use it yourself, rather than getting someone in at extraordinary expense. But if you don't have the expertise or the manpower, woman power, or the sort of tech capacity inside your brain to be able to deal with some of this stuff, then maybe you could outsource some of it. Maybe you could do the recording with not too much of a steep learning curve and then send the editing part to someone else if you don't have an internal marketing team who can handle that. These things are not super difficult. I think the best way you can decide is probably going to be taking a look at what the other people in your industry are doing. Where is the level of acceptable quality in terms of production value? And of course, everyone has opinions about this kind of stuff, but that's just mine. You probably will know by now that I am going to say something like, just do it and then get better at it and then worry about production value later. And that's exactly what I'm going to say. So if you're avoiding a particular form of media because you're extra concerned about what it's going to look or sound like, I think those barriers are very easily overcome. Reach out to me if you're having a particular concern or just literally don't know what microphone to get or something like that, and I'll be happy to help you out. But otherwise, that's my thoughts on production value. I won't be wearing a suit in the future, almost certainly, because it is unbearably hot. I was just running a bit late and I needed to get straight in and do this, so I've done it. And now I'm going to ask you to subscribe and smash the like button. Some people say, I don't know what that means, but yeah, hit like and comment and subscribe and all those things, and I'll see you next time.